WarsawJS.
Thank you very much. It's good to be here, and I'm here to talk a little bit about buns. One bun, which is a modern runtime for JS devs, which is quite new. So I'm not sure if, not not the time for telling what is bun, but I will tell you about the agenda for this presentation. So I will tell you what bun is. I will tell you what did I build with bun, and I will tell you what did I prepare to do it. And I will go through implementation process because I don't like to, checking new solutions without practicing on them on like real life organisms. So I will try to show you something that I did build on top of bun. So what is bun? Based on bun docs, bun is all-in-one runtime. So it's something like Node, but it's faster, it's new, and it comes with all tools that we usually use to build apps, like builder, compiler, transpiler, test runner, and package manager. So why they say it's cool? Because it's very fast, and if you check the comparisons at their docs, it's actually really, really fast. It has all necessary dev tools out of the box, and it also has TypeScript out of the box, which is great. And it's built as a drop-in replacement for Node, so it's backwards compatible, and you can run Node apps in bun as well, and it has elegant APIs. So what we are gonna build in bun? We are gonna build UI component generator with help of GPT. So to make it happen, I'm gonna need some way to build React. I need some way to serve API endpoints, and I need some possibilities to serve static files as well as uploading images. So let's go to project setup. So project setup is quite straightforward because we go like with npm init, but we have bun init here. So initializing new bun project. Okay, so because I'm gonna jump between presentation and code. So I think it's okay. Code is here. So when initializing new, I'm gonna hide these directories because I will show you later everything. Everything. So yeah. First things first. So we have our package.json initialized, and TypeScript is here out of the box. So as you can see, nothing is changed. Between typical Node project, but we have also here bun log, which is like something similar to yarn log or package log JSON, but it logs dependencies slightly different, because if you install dependencies of specific version, and if you want to install the same dependencies in other project, they won't be installed from the beginning, but they will be taken from cache. So it's quite good for saving space. Okay, so we got new project, and I will show you that what I mean by TypeScript that is out of the box. We can, for example, we have a file called compile me, and we can do compile me using bun. And TypeScript is being transpiled on the fly, which is very convenient. The same goes with TSX, because we can transpile TSX on the fly as well. Do you see? Yeah, you see it. Okay, so yeah, that's convenient. So we have our project ready, and we can go to next step, which is server setup. So we need a server. We need to serve our front end somehow, which is not ready yet. So how does it look like? First thing is that we have our server file, So to serve server, ban gives me a possibility to run it by using ban.serve, and it accepts function called fetch, which accepts request, and then we are ready to handle this request somehow. I'm not going into this API router which I created because we will go to it further. Yeah, we can set up a port and we are ready to work to host or serve some files. Okay, so server is ready. Let's go to building frontend. Okay, so as you know, I would like to have my frontend as React. So I prepared two files. I've got index.html, which is typical client-side rendered app convention to render my React app in a div, and I've got my index.tsx. So as you can see, I'm not able to render index.tsx here, so I have to transpile it first from tsx to JS so the browser can understand what's happening here. So to make it happen, ban gives me such thing as builder. So I created simple script which is build dist, and I can pass my entry point which is index.tsx, and I can specify out directory. So my transpiled JS goes straight here. So I'm able to run my React on the browser. Okay, so this is cool because I didn't need any Webpack or any other bundler, which was quite easy to implement. Okay, so let's go. So yeah, this I did show you. This is my version of client-side rendering, which I prepared. And now it's time to serve our frontend. So I use API of ban called banfile to do it. Let's come back to code. And yeah, we have, where is my server? Yeah, we have let's go to my API router, and I have my controllers to serve HTML, CSS, and JS. As you can see, I'm using banfile to get my index HTML and return it to the client when somebody enters my homepage. Okay, so this is ready. This is ready, and frontend should be ready to okay, I prepared it before because live demos are risky. So it's working, trust me, it's working. We can check on source that everything is working here for now. So okay, we've got our front-end ready. Let's move to infra setup. So now I'm gonna set up my SQLite database. So it was quite easy to do it with ban because they have ban SQLite module, and I created new database with simple query to create new table and simple query to insert dummy record to my database. Okay, so database is ready because it's being initialized just above my server, so we can go further. Let's go to integrating OpenAI API. So this is quite easy because it was just about initializing API OpenAI client and passing API key, which I did by using ban.env. So it's another cool feature of ban that I don't need .env. I just can use my environment variables by calling ban.env. Okay, everything is almost ready, but another last thing that I will need is to make my assets bucket accessible from the internet, because I'm going to send images that I upload, and I didn't want to use some third-party providers and some file storage. So it's just a prototype. It's just a proof of concept. So I wanted to make it as fast as possible. So this works. we will see if it works. I will just check. It should work. We will see. Okay, so let's come to the main part, so generating component. So first thing is to upload image. I will show you how it looks in my form, because I just want to show you that I'm calling one endpoint that I created. So I'm sending one image and I'm calling one endpoint that I created. So this endpoint is, of course, here, which is generate new component. This is my controller, and here I have my controller where I check if my uploaded image is valid type, and I have my service logic here. So I do upload my image using ban write, which is another part of ban's API, which is quite really understandable. Another thing is that I generate that component. I think it's another slide, so I will go to be synchronized. Yeah. Then I call GPT and save returned endpoint. So I pass my tunneled localhost origin here, so GPT can access it. Here is like a simple prompt, a lot of TS errors, so let's don't look at it. Another thing is that I save my component locally using ban write as well. And last thing is that I'm saving it to database. So I'm doing it like right here, and I'm running simple query to insert my component to my SQL database. So, so the result, let's try if that works. I'm gonna try and, for example, do a screenshot of it, and let's generate component based on, of course. Okay, of course, last try. I'm checking, because I don't have an internet. Okay, internet, yeah, so almost, because, okay. Okay, so now let's try again. Let's do a screenshot. Okay, maybe some, let's do it here. Okay, so let's check what's gonna be generated. So I think, okay, I think it looks like it's working. Okay, and we have a button, and it's pretty similar. Yeah, so my component was saved here in generated components as a React component, so I can. So yeah, it saves a lot of time. So I think that's cool. And yeah, let's come back to the presentation so it works. My thoughts on the process is that ban is great for prototyping because it was really fast to have everything like, you know, out of the box. I didn't have to think about bundlers, transpilers, servers, because I had everything. But I think it still needs more abstraction for bigger projects. So even if I would like to do bigger projects on top of ban, I wouldn't have any benefits from that, because, for example, Next.js or Remix uses Node for API routing, so ban would be beneficial only as a package manager. So I think it's not enough for now, and there are not so many options to deploy right now. So it's like Docker is the fastest way to do it, and I think yeah, that's all. So I don't think that any big player will like rush into implementing that in big production projects, but we will see, especially that ban is motivating Node and Deno to move forward with convenient and cool features. So yeah, if you want to try it by yourself, I prepared interactive workshop on Nerdboard. you can try it by yourself. You will get through some tasks that I prepared, and you will be code reviewed by AI, and you will implement server-side rendering and client-side rendering using BAN. So if you're interested to get your hands on it, I'm totally recommending you to do. So yeah, thank you very much. I'm here for you. And yeah.
Bravo, bravo, bravo. Jakub, and on time as well. Anyone have any questions for Jakub?
I wanted to ask, so from my understanding, BAN is a great tool to do prototyping, like small projects, test some concepts, but is there any benefit for bigger projects, like I don't know, like optimization-wise or performance-wise, or I don't know, something bigger than just prototyping? Thanks.
I think like using BAN as a package manager would be beneficial in bigger projects when sometimes you wait on CI like many minutes for dependencies to be installed. So I see an area of optimization here. And yeah, you can also run lower code, sorry, like lower level code functions like C, C++. So if you have an expertise on that and you know how to use that to optimize like your app, it can be beneficial. But then if you use that, you won't be able to run your project because it will use this BAN API, which is not available in Node. So I see only a benefit.
Project or commercial project? Do you plan to?
It's a hobby project for now.
So is it open source or closed source?
Maybe it will be open source. It's like I made it to I just made it for this presentation. So I think that making it like open source would be interesting. Yes.
Another question, can you imagine Microsoft Paint being available programming environment as a replacement for Visual Studio Code?
We are going this way, so it can happen. Like Paint is going to be king again. Or Figma, probably.
Sorry, I have a question. Can you repeat that question again? I didn't understand that.
Because
using Microsoft Paint as a environment for programming.
Yeah, you can use Paint for programming, for creating components.
They've added layers to Paint.
It's not a, sorry?
They've added layers to Paint.
Like
layers.
Yeah.
Like visual photo editor.
I think you are ready for
didn't
one
know.
more question.
You mean like in Paint? They add.
In Microsoft Paint.
Okay. I didn't know that. Yes, sorry.
Hello. If I understand correctly, you are sending the request to OpenAI and receive in response the React component. Can you show the prompt? How do you do it?
But the prompt of it's like I can show you on.
So because basically you can run.
I will show you because it's.
Thank you. They're relentless. They really need to see the inside of this process. What was it that you prompted?
Yeah, something like that, and then you can play with it. So this approach saved me
Really?
tons of time. So
Was that a good answer? Did it answer your question? Super. One more question. Are you ready, Piotr?
So with that app, you've proven that front-end engineers are obsolete. What's the next step?
yeah, what is the next step? Software engineering as a full-stack developers, because I don't believe in a splitting developers between front-end developers and back-end developers now, when AI is happening. Okay, nice component. Okay. So yeah, I believe that we'll need more different skills than before. So doing components is going to be automatized very soon, and we will need to know how to connect everything with each other, and we will have to know how to work with each other as engineers. So I don't believe in front-end development, I believe in software engineering.
Jakub, thank you very, very much. If you have more, yeah, give him an applause. If any of you out there also on Twitter or on our WarsawJS channel have any other questions for Jakub, please don't hesitate to submit your questions, and we'll try to make sure that they get answered.